Hi, everybody. Hello, friends.
Hi.
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 It's us. We're back again for more shenanigans. Welcome back, Meat. Meat is no longer dying of food poisoning from Umi's cooking.
It was not food poisoning. It was Prezerin sensitivity. There's a difference.
Okay.
It was poisoning.
I was poisoned by the poison, but it was not poison.
But it was not.
Meat's
But it was not.
poison.
It was not
Poison
poisonous
meat.
bacteria. It was not poisonous bacteria. It was not E. coli.
It was not. It was not salmonella. It was intentional.
It was not listeria.
It was intentional poisoning. But not.
But not.
Okay. Things. Stuff. Do I need to talk about anything? I don't know. This is the only time I'm streaming this week. That's what y'all need to know. That's it. So, this is Wildsea, and we're gonna play it. And there are rules, and there is lore, and I'm putting them both in the chat, which is a thing I can do with the fancy commands that I made, if I remember what they were.
Look at those.
Look at those. And it's lots of fun. We have our firefly, Tori, above me. Hi, Tori.
Hello.
Tori's in charge of making sure our game runs and writing our story and keeping us in line. We have bees, which is that way. Can I point? Do I know which direction to point? That way?
There you go.
You're
Bees,
pointing the right way.
I am now. Bees is playing a mushroom. Bees, tell us about your mushroom. Or, better yet...
Tell us about my mushroom. Jesus. Cool.
Anyway, I'm going to put that in chat.
Yeah, I don't even have to do it.
You don't even have to say anything.
Nightbot will do it. I don't even have to speak.
Who needs to play? Meat does not have one of those fancy things that we have because I forgot to make him write one this week. So, Meat, over there, tell us about
Oh,
Meat.
shit. I didn't do work, so now I have to do more work.
Yeah, damn tootin'. I
Alright.
need to turn you down, too. Jesus fuck. You're so loud.
Jesus fuck.
Wait.
Jesus fuck.
We're in trouble. I say as I look down at my orc titty mouse pad.
Okay, show everybody the mouse pad.
Oh my god.
You can't just say that and then...
It's this beautiful orc.
There he
man. I don't
is.
even know if it'll even show up. There he is.
There he is.
Look at him.
Alright.
We can't see the titties. You're not showing us the titties.
I'm sorry.
There
I'm
they
trying
are.
to show you
There
the
they are.
titties. I'm trying to show you the titties.
There they are. So, here we are.
Here we are.
Meat. Tell us about Meat. This is Chandler, by the way. Chandler's going to tell us
Meat.
about Meat.
Alright. Meat, ardent, ridgeback, human, or whatever the successor of humans is in this world. Particularly, well, yeah, but, close enough. Particularly follows the inevitable truth, the concept that all beings serve greater beings, the ultimate service of which being becoming food, betterment of the personal self and all, etc., etc. Meathead punches things.
Meat. And then there's me. Hi. I'm Zaraka. I'm Del. I'm playing Zaraka. I'm a slime kind of humanoid thing with driftwood bones that you can definitely see. And I have a slime cat named Snots. And that's all that's important. And also, I didn't even need to say all that because I have the thingy that I made. So if you want to know more about us, check out those little blurbs we wrote. Except Meat. You have to ask Meat. Sorry, Meat. Poor Meat.
Meat is...
Oh my god, it's not in my blurb, but Umi my character, they are a char, which is like the chef, the ship's cook. And they have a little Sioux squirrel named Pork Chop.
How could you not put pork chop
Yeah, we need
in
to
your
put
blurb?
pork chop in your blurb. That's important.
I believe when I wrote the blurb, Pork Chop was not named at the time.
You named him Pork Chop. What do you mean?
No, I mean, like, I wrote you the blurb
Last week.
after. Whoa, was it after our first thing? I don't
Mhm.
know. The only command that Pork Chop understands, but it's kind of the command for everything, is chop chop. Pork chop, chop chop.
So that's us. Tori, get us up to speed on what the fuck are we doing?
Well, so first, before I do that,
Yes.
there is a rather important rules thing that we've kind of been forgetting. So your characters should have 3 drives, each of them. Generally once per session, you can mark a minor milestone for, usually immediately after an event that you want to have a small but lasting effect on your character. You might do it after accomplishing a personal goal, taking part in a particularly memorable NPC encounter, or surviving a hard-won fight. You record those in the forms of just a short sentence related to the situation that caused them. You probably want to be recording one of those each session, ideally. Those milestones are how you level up. There isn't, like, a full XP, okay, everybody's leveling up now thing. You basically... You end up doing projects that you can use minor milestones to mark 1 box, and major milestones to mark 3 boxes. These things are typically like add a box to an aspect's track, gain a new skill rank is 3 tracks, gain a new language rank is 3 tracks, gain a new aspect is 6 tracks. You can combine 2 aspects because you can only have 7 aspects ever. So if you get to the point that you, like, as you get more powerful and want more aspects, you can combine 2 of them. And so kind of having a goal in mind, you don't need to do that track, write it down right now or anything, but just if you know, like, okay, I am working towards doing this thing. Say, expanding a track on an aspect. So that's a 3-track thing, and so 3 minor milestones or 1 major milestone would fill that. So I say that thinking because this is our 3rd session, which would mean you guys would be able to do one of those smaller level up things had you been recording one each time.
Do they have to be related to our drives?
They don't have to be related to your drives. Your drives, like, but just basically any event that has a small, but, like, that impacts your character in some sort of way. A kind of lasting way. So yes, it doesn't have to be to do with your drives. Your drives are a good, like, guide as to which things may impact your character. But really it's just anything. You just can only record 1 per session.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the rules update.
And since we've had 2 sessions already, if you guys want to just kind of put 2 tick marks or whatever that you've got 2 minor milestones, and from now on we can kind of record them, and you can say, like, when something happens, okay, I'm going to mark that down as a minor milestone, just so that we also know, like, it's a way to keep track of the direction your character's going and making sure that you're doing things that are impactful for your character each session.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of the minor milestones. I acquired the nut. And I cooked the steaks.
You learned a lot from the steaks. But I feel like we can discuss specific milestones off stream.
Good,
For
because that was
the-
also a lot of math that my brain did not fully comprehend.
Yeah. For the first 2 sessions, we'll talk about milestones like after this.
Yes, yeah, and you don't have to make them anything specific if you don't want to. You can just do 2 tick marks that you've got 2 minor milestones. I don't care about that. Just going forward, so that you're also thinking like, oh, this event that just happened is impactful for my character. One of the things that I was thinking about, like, after last stream, the fact that you guys were very, very suspicious about the ship, and then it turned out to be a couple of dumbass teenagers. Something like that might impact your character in, like, okay, that kind of showed that not every ship that you run into on the Wildsea is going to be full of evil marauders, right? Like, something like that might be a milestone.
Okay, guys, bear with me. Bear with me. I'm looking for music.
Do you want me to find? Do you want
Yes,
me to
I
throw
do.
you a
I do
link?
want you to. I do want you to throw me a link. That would be
Okay.
delightful.
How do you share?
Sorry, viewers. We are professionals.
Well, while you're doing that,
I don't know
I'll
what
go
you're
ahead
using,
and...
but this is a Spotify link to a Chillhop playlist.
While
Okay.
you're setting that up, I can go ahead and do the summary from last time. So at the start of last session, you guys were heading down after rumors that you heard of kind of just strangely and extraordinarily large animals and bugs to the south. You didn't gather a lot of information about those rumors, so you were kind of just going south and hoping you were on the right track. On your way down, you did find an airship descended towards you, and a frazzled-looking man handed you a package, had you sign for it, for which Zaraka signed Meat's name.
I did do that.
that tracks.
I did do that.
That's important information for later, I'm sure.
Fuck.
And
not only did she commit mail fraud, but she committed it in Meat's name.
I
think she
sure
committed female fraud.
did.
And upon opening that package, you did find that it was kind of trapped with a, like, ink blot trap in the same way that stores will sometimes trap, merchandise, that it will wreck the merchandise if you try to steal it. But you were able to disarm said trap and found a letter inside that was orders for the crew of the Dreamer to fill 3 very large vials full of Krezerin and bring it to the AC warehouse number 4.
I wrote that down.
Good. And that is all the information that it was on that letter. It did not say where the warehouse was or have any directions to it. It simply said to bring it to that specific warehouse. You then continued on, and did find where you were heading for through Umi's wonderful sense of smell. As you managed to sniff out the Krezerin, go the correct direction, and found a huge tall shank that had fallen over. The tree had died or something, you're not sure what happened, but there is now a huge jagged stump that is leaking very large amounts of Krezerin into the local wildlife. Upon getting closer to it, you were all kind of suffering a little bit just from even just being 50 feet from this amount of Krezerin. And then you saw a ship. Eventually, you were noticed by that ship because you just kind of sat there and watched them for a while. And were not particularly stealthy about it. And upon a little bit of signaling communication back and forth, you decided to go and meet up with them. On the ship were 2 twin teenage boys, Roko and Zeku. They let you know that their parents and siblings, who made up the rest of the crew of their ship had gone up the stump a couple days ago and had not yet returned, and these two boys were really unsure what to do. They did have Krezerin protective equipment, kind of like hazmat suits, that at the end of last time, the three of you, since Meat, you're rejoining us after your bout of food poisoning from Krezerin, the three of you have suited up and are planning to go and help out these boys, to hopefully attempt to retrieve their family members, or at least figure out what is going on. Zaraka did find in the ship, as the ship was in fact the Dreamer, the one that the package was meant to go to, found a chart that seemed to have ties, and a couple other letters that seemed to have ties to this AC that you received the package from. Fraudulently.
It's not like we could send it back. We couldn't just have an unknown package hanging out on our fucking... Listen.
Still fraud.
Cool motive, still fraud.
And identity theft.
Shit pretty seriously, you know.
It's actually a federal offense.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those things.
If only there was any sort of federal government here.
There is not.
That's true.
There is no government. I do what I
I
want.
guess there's no such thing as a federal offense in the Wildsea.
That's true.
I guess I could shoot you, but like, it seems drastic.
But would you?
But it's the Wildsea, so.
I mean, I'd probably just like explode into like millions of tiny pieces of slime, and then you'd be poisoned with slime, and it would be a whole thing.
Honestly, you probably just reconstitute to a ball or some shit.
I'd be even more annoying. I would find a way to be maximum annoying.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going up the thing, huh?
Suppose you are. You did find last time a rope that was hanging down near-ish the Dreamer, that the others had clearly gone up. So you do have a not risk-free, but not impossible climb to the top.
Okay. So, never mind. I'm gonna ask that question later when it's more relevant. Someone else say something.
Something.
You're both bastards, and I hate you.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you love us, actually.
That's true. Silence.
Well, so you all are standing on the prow of the Dreamer.
We are.
You have left the two boys, and under the very responsible care of Porkchop, you have Snots in a backpack on your back.
I do. It's true.
And there's a rope dangling down.
Does it have a little
very...
like bubble in it so he can look out?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Except it's like, it's not like on the front, like, you know the cat backpacks that have the bubble, and the bubble's like on the, it's like at the top. So he can be nice and hidden down in the backpack if he wants to, but he can poke his head up like a stupid little meerkat and look out of the bubble on the top.
Like an astronaut.
Like an astronaut!
An astrosnot.
Quick, somebody write that down. I want an astrosnot emote.
I'm writing it down.
Please write it down. I need it. One day, when we're all famous and we have merch, we can have an astrosnot stuffy. It'll happen. You mark my words. It'll happen.
Yeah, when we finally enter our Critical Role era.
Right.
It'll be an astrosnot. It'll be an astrosnot. Oh, God.
Okay, Zaraka with astrosnots on her back. Just like, you know, her hands are sticky. She tests the rope a little bit. And she starts fucking going. Just going.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Okay. I knew you were going to say that, and I didn't want you to. I was
It is.
like,
It is not a particularly easy climb.
it's a rope, and I have sticky slime hands. Can I have a die for my sticky slime hands?
Do you have an aspect
No, I don't.
that is anything to do with your?
Sticky slime hands?
So
No.
your sticky slime hands count as an advantage. Yeah, you can have a die for your sticky slime hands.
Wait, really?
Yeah, sure.
This is the best day of my life. Okay, sticky slime hands, let's do this.
I don't
And-
know. That's some bullshit.
I'm gonna use iron, just because my attitude right now is reflecting her attitude, which is I'm climbing this fucking rope. It's happening. We're doing
Yeah.
that. And then, okay, I know technically this isn't... Well, I mean, it kind of is. Wave walk?
Absolutely.
Cool. So that's 3. I get to roll 3. Do I have to cut any?
No, not on this one.
Not on this one. Fuck you. That is a 6.
Perfect. So
I'm
yes,
so
yeah,
good
you
at
are.
this.
You are easily able to with your sticky slime hands. Just climb the rope.
I will be making an aspect. I'll do like a project to make my hands extra sticky, so I have a real aspect for that.
I have a question, Tori.
Yes.
This maybe should have been off stream, but if I don't ask it now, I'll forget it. For languages, is it assumed that we're fluent in whatever our bloodline languages, or are the points also to include that when we're distributing?
I believe you automatically get 3 in low sour. And I would have to look, but I am okay with you taking 2 in your base language.
Okay.
Just kind of automatically.
Okay. That wouldn't count towards our points that we're distributing.
No.
Cool.
Making changes?
No.
Okay, who is next up the rope?
I can climb.
Give me your roll,
Let's
meat.
see. Do my fists counting as weapons do anything for me?
Huh? I mean, that's up to you.
I don't know. I mean, I would assume I have very strong hands from that, but...
Sure.
Okay, so that's 1. Then I'll use iron, that's 2. Then I have 2 points in vault, that's another 2, so 4.
Sounds good.
That's a lot of dice.
Let's see. I got a 6.
Okay. You also are able to just grasp it with your massive meat hands. And you know like the gymnast things of they stick their legs out and it's very impressive. I'm just picturing meat doing that. You don't even need your legs. Okay. Umi.
Meat elegantly shimmies.
Umi is going to climb up after them, shedding their spores. Hold on. Hold the phone.
Well, you are encased inside the hazmat suit.
Yes. Well, they're still shedding, but just into the hazmat suit. Sorry, I was dealing with that bot in chat.
Thank you.
Was it best viewers on ass again?
Yes. Always.
Yes. Best viewers on something. And I don't know what I would use for my roll. I don't have an aspect I can use.
What aspects do you have?
I could use a skill, maybe.
Well, and so remember, your aspect is just kind of the way that you go about it. So, like, Meat went about it very, meat-like. He just kind of went straight for it. If you have, and Draco was just determined of, like, okay, I'm doing this. And for, if you've got sharps, then you can be using parts of the tree, and you can be making sure that you, it is more
the edges. Oh, the edges.
Yes.
Sorry. Well, I'm gonna use, if we're talking about edges and not aspects, I'll use.
Yeah, sorry, I got the two mixed up. That was my bad.
No, it's okay. I'll use the tides.
Perfect.
Edge. For exploration, and can I also use delve for exploring ruins?
Yeah.
Cool.
The type of ruin.
Yeah, so that's 2 or 3. No, I don't want to do that.
How many points do you have in delve?
Just 1.
So you just got your edge and your 1 point in your skill?
Yeah.
That would just be 2.
That's just 2. 4.
So 4 is a conflict.
Hmm.
So I will say, yeah, you are you're able to make it up because you do succeed. But on your way up, you kind of damage your suit a little bit. At one point, you almost fall and your suit gets caught on the bark, which does keep you from falling to an unfortunate demise. But you do kind of rip the arm of your suit just a little bit, just a little hole.
No. So I start like leaking spores.
That seems concerning.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine.
I don't see that becoming an issue for anybody ever.
Not at all.
I guess they do have the most Krezerin exposure.
This is true. Just making notes about nothing right now.
I love to see you making notes about nothing. Well, you're making notes about nothing. Can I get a volume check on the music, please, for anybody that's listening?
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. I think it sounds okay.
Okay. I trust you.
It's maybe ever so slightly on the low side, but I don't... But I think it's fine.
Okay.
You don't want it too loud.
Right. And as a note, you guys can join my Spotify listening or whatever through the Discord voice channel, so you can listen to the same thing I'm listening to without having to have it on your stream with all the echoes and nonsense.
Yes. Okay.
How do... Sorry, never mind.
Oh. Did you figure it out?
No, but it's okay.
Okay. If you hover over the voice chat, it should give you an option to join me.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Cool. So you all have successfully made it to the top. And it is a very strange landscape up here because it is, this tree wasn't chopped down. It's not a flat stump. There are huge pillars of wood chips and just spikes of splinters going into the air. So you're almost, it's like a very, very tall, skinny mountain range that you guys are walking, or a forest almost of its own that we would be familiar with as opposed to the forest of the Wildsea. that you're winding your way through these huge spires of wood. And all throughout it, especially in the bottom parts, as you are standing here looking just in front of you, there is pools of Krezerin, all around, especially in the valleys of this area, which is just something that is not great. Even with your protective suits on, Krezerin is very acidic, and so you probably don't want to be, submerged in it for very long, if at all. You can hear, now that you're up here, the kind of creaking of wood and chattering of smaller insects and such that is a constant companion down near the Wildsea. It is much quieter up here, and you do hear shouts coming from the distance, kind of echoing through these spires of wood.
Can we determine, like, how many different people or things? Or...
Yeah, do we have any tracks or anything?
You couldn't necessarily determine how many different people, but you can hear kind of, like, the cracking of wood, that sounds not too far from where you guys are.
I want to head towards that, but, like, taking my time, kind of being careful not to make too much noise.
Yeah, let's be sneaky.
Okay.
Sneaky sneak. Do we have to roll to sneak?
Not roll entirely to sneak, but especially with the pools of Krezerin and things, kind of making your way there is going to be pretty difficult. I'll say either one of you guys can make a roll to kind of lead the group through this, or you can try to roll together, but once again, if you all roll together, you've got a much better chance of success, depending on what you can all bring. But you do, if you fail, then everyone has the consequence.
I've got instinct, hunt, and vault. It's gonna give me 4, I think.
I've got instinct, hides, and delve, which will give me 3.
Okay.
I have tides, sense, and wave walk. Is sense, that's like...
That's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Reaction.
And so remember, you can only use one edge and one skill.
Right, okay.
The different, like, you can get up to 3d6 from your skill, because you can have up to 3 skill ranks in one skill.
That makes
okay.
sense. So
you would get one from the fact that you're wearing your protective coverings right now, so you would all each get 1 extra when it comes to just anything dealing with Krezerin. You'll all have an advantage with that.
could I have Snots keep an eye out for things and, like, tell me if there's something coming up that I need to be aware of that I'm going to miss to give me an extra one? Okay, so that would be, for me, it would be Wave Walk, Tides, Snots, so 4, including the suit.
Same.
So, I don't know, do we want to do just one of us? Or all of us?
One would give Umi a better chance, but would be statistically worse.
If you want to. You know, if Zaraka and Meat want to work together.
So we both roll?
Yes, and then, but if you... So you both roll and you add it all together and you just take the top one, but if you have any consequences, you both receive them.
Sure.
I think we worked together.
And I will say we're going to cut 1 for this.
Okay. Shit. So 3.
No, so you roll all 4 and you cut the highest.
Oh,
That's what cut
okay,
means.
okay.
So you get to see what you could have had.
Oh, goody.
Yikes.
That's nice and sadistic.
Well, I would have a 6 with doubles, but since it's a cut, I have a 3 with doubles.
I have a 5 with a twist.
Okay. So 5 is the total one that we take. So that is a conflict. And we do have a twist. I don't know if we have anyone really in chat to help with twists.
Nope, it's pretty much just us.
Okay. I really need like a twist thing. So yes, well, so kind of, can you two describe what you're doing to work together to kind of help Umi, especially through this, and just to traverse this area. This is rather difficult terrain.
I put Zaraka on my shoulders, and I creep and sneak around, and she gets the high perspective.
Okay. I like it.
And I'm like quietly narrating what we're doing so that Umi knows where to go. Like where to step. And where to not step.
So the two of you are this towering, like...
horrifying thing that is happening, apparently.
Probably
and
about 12
Umi's
feet tall.
just bouncing along behind.
I'm fucking cackling. This whole thing, because
I'm just like
Listen,
imagining
just listen.
Umi because they're like a wee person.
why?
They're just like in their little suit that's like expanded, like kind of like blown up a little bit with spores because
I have to
because
ask.
they're inflating it. So I'm imagining they're just kind of like
Waddling along behind.
yes, just
Neat.
like kind of bouncing along.
Meat, I need to know.
Hmm.
Why didn't you just pick Umi up?
You had better eyes, I guess.
For what?
I can pick you both up.
Oh my god. Please do. Please do. Just pick us both up.
Okay. Put one of you on each shoulder.
And I'm pointing out where to go.
Okay, so we've got even more horrifying. We've got
Yes.
meat with I'm picturing Umi's kind of inflated hazmat suit, a bit like Wacky Inflatable Arm Man.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Wacky
Noodle
Inflatable
arms.
Arm Man on one shoulder,
I'm
and
holding a balloon.
and Zaraka on the other, pointing out where to go.
With snots in a backpack as an astrosnots. It's important to just complete the visual there, you know?
So you guys are walking through, meet, and this is kind of the conflict, for Zaraka and Meat. Zaraka, as you are pointing the way out, and are up high, we'll say you get a drip of Krezerin on your shoulder that begins to burn through the fabric of your suit. And Meat, you splash through a couple puddles of it that begins to burn through at the feet.
Okay.
Great.
Um,
I'm so excited.
So- Yes, and then just for your all's kind of information, because I guess these will be there's different types of tracks, and I guess this will be kind of a known track, but you guys don't know necessarily how many boxes are in it. I am counting up your Krezerin exposure for the entire time that you're up here. There's just even these suits that are made to protect against Krezerin were never made with this quantity of it in mind. As I said, no one is ever in a point where you should be, fully encased in Krezerin and not die or become horribly mutated. So these suits are certainly helping, but they are not impervious.
Mm.
Okay. But as you, this very strange 3-headed monstrosity of hazmat suits walks its way through the Krezerin-filled kind of canyons and just strange landscape here, you are able to, with relative quickness, make your way towards where you're hearing these shouts. It is definitely helped by, as you get closer, it gets much, much louder, and you're hearing almost a roaring. This kind of hissing, spitting, strange sound. And before too long, you all come across the scene of a... Yes.
My new favorite preposition.
You come across a kind of area that you step out from the pieces of wood and things that have been blocking you into a bit of a clearing in the center, where there is a huge monstrosity of a monster that is scuttling around. This thing has 3 mouths that are like crocodile mouths on top of it, with 20 or so legs like a centipede scuttling around. It's this huge kind of bulbous body covered in chitin, and it is scuttling around and defending something that seems to be in the center, from as it is chasing around a group of 4 other people, all wearing the matching hazmat suits to your alls.
Seems like a leviathan.
I
It
don't
is not a leviathan.
think so.
It is not quite that big. It is very large. It is certainly a worthy opponent for meat. But it is not a leviathan. You do know leviathans are a specific, almost species of creature. They're a bit more reptilian.
We literally ride in one.
Yes, and then this one is the size of like a particularly large hippo.
Oh, okay.
Definitely a
thinking
formidable
school bus.
thing. No, it is not quite school bus or whale sized. It is minivan size. Which, when it has
Wait,
3 snapping
are you under the
mouths.
impression that a hippo and a minivan are approximately the same size?
They
No,
are.
I changed its size.
Hippo and a minivan are about the
Pretty
same
damn
size.
big.
A hippo and a minivan are not.
How
I'm
big
gonna
are
settle
hippos?
this now.
How big are hippos?
Oh god,
Hippos
I
and
snorted, I'm
minivans.
so sorry.
Similar sizes.
Between 10.8 feet and 16.5 feet.
How long's a
Yeah.
minivan? Look up a Honda Odyssey.
You're a Honda Odyssey.
A minivan is 16 to 18 feet, so
Boom!
a
Hippo
So,
large
yeah.
minivan.
hippo could
Hippos
be
and minivans,
the
so
size of
ha!
a minivan.
Okay.
Take that, Del, because I did say a particularly large hippo.
There you go.
You did okay. All right. I've been had.
Tigers, bipeds. Are hippos the size of a minivan?
Oh my god, I can't.
The whales,
stand you.
mammals.
You don't have to.
Why
out
is
me
a
like
raven
this.
like a writing desk? Why is a hippo like a minivan?
Okay. So, you all have burst out this almost arena, den, you're not quite sure what this is, but you've got a kind of large clearing in front of you that does still have pools of Krezerin around it, but not like coating the entire floor. They just are a hazard during this fight. And yes, there are 4 other people also in this fight, as they are kind of at this point running away from this thing. They are attacking it, but they're not necessarily doing a ton of impact to it, more so than they are running for their lives.
Can I go first?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to leap off of Meat's shoulders and chuck a Krezerin bomb at the hippo van-sized creature.
Okay.
So, I guess, do I roll for that, or does it just happen?
So basically what you're doing is you're rolling an attack.
Okay.
So you would roll, yeah, you would make your roll of whatever you're using for your attack.
Okay. So, Krezerin bomb, clearly, would be 1. And then I'll use iron and concoct.
Okay.
I feel like concoct is important since I made these.
Yes.
So that is 4. That's 4.
Okay.
And it's hippo van sized, so I feel like I should be able to hit it pretty well, right? Like that's
Yes. So in combat, cut works a little bit differently. Like I can tell you to cut, but you can also choose to cut to either increase impact or go for like precision. Like if you're wanting to aim for its eyes or its mouth.
right.
If your goal is to like get this thing in its mouth, you could cut for precision. Just so that you know kind of what you can do in combat.
Okay, but I have to call that before I roll, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's too late on this one, and I'm not re-rolling it because I rolled a 6. Actually, I rolled 2 6s and a 5.
Dang. Okay, so you did roll a 6 with a twist.
With a twist. I did.
Okay. I don't remember. Did we say how much of the how much damage the things do? The Krezerin bombs?
You did not. You said that it does long-range damage and has a variable fuse.
Oh yes, I forgot about the variable fuse.
How could you forget about the variable fuse? Also, Meat, just so you're aware, I did create these to go visit the other ship with the children on it.
Did you kill the children?
No, they're on our boat.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
So did I do it? Did I do things?
Yes. So yes, you do. So yes, you very heroically jump off of Meat's shoulders and yeet this thing, and it kind of splatters against the back of this armored creature, and immediately begins burning through some of that armor.
Yes. I'm helpful. I imagine that being in character. That's in character.
You do yell that in character. Okay, perfect. Because you yelling that also does kind of alert these other people that, oh shit, more people showed up.
Yeah.
And totally also has this thing turn and look at you all.
Oh shit, I'm helpful.
At which point it turns and looks at you all as this Krezerin begins melting through its back armor. And begins to charge directly at you. So I am going to need all 3 of you all to kind of react to that as this thing charges at you, Zuraka, first, but you are not all that far in front of Umi and Meat. So this is a minivan, I suppose, and not a bus, barreling towards you, frighteningly fast on those 20 little pointy legs.
Okay, and is this to, like, defend or to get out of the way? Can I pick?
What? Yeah, it is what you are doing. This thing is charging at you.
Okay, we've established how long it is. How tall is it?
I'm imagining similar to a minivan. It is longer than it is tall. It can rear up and kind of, stand up, but it is currently charging at you, and like a bug or a minivan, it is longer than it is tall.
Like a bug or a minivan. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That's killed me. Is it a height that hypothetically Zaraka could jump, like, up on its head?
You can certainly try.
Yes! Okay. So, I'm gonna be using,
I will say it is tall enough you will probably have one cut for that.
Okay.
As opposed to jumping out of the way.
Okay.
To actively jump onto it.
That's fair, and I respect it. Okay. I'm still doing it.
Awesome.
Okay. So I'm gonna use iron. We're gonna use this force. We're gonna really give it our all. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna use sense, which is like the reaction thing.
Okay.
And then I'm assuming that there's gonna be impact of some variety, even if this is successful. But I would like to use Driftwood Core as one, which makes me resistant to 3 damage types, including Spike, Blunt, and Toxin.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's 3. 3, cut 1.
Yep.
Okay, all right. I got this, you guys. I got this.
So you roll all 3.
Yes. That's a 5.
Okay. That's pretty good.
That's a 5.
That's much better than a disaster.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. 5.
So, yeah. Does that include the cut?
Yeah.
Okay.
I cut a 6.
So, yes, go ahead and describe how that goes for
man.
you, and then I will put the conflict on once you finish.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so I see this thing charging at me, right? And I'm yelling, oh shit, I'm helpful. And, like, I kind of squat down, and my gelatinous form kind of, like, smushes a little bit, like, compresses. And then, like one of those, like the circle things that you flip inside out, then you put them on the table or on the ground or whatever, and then they pop up in the air.
Poppets.
Yes.
Like one of those. I pop up into the air and land on the middle crocodile head of this thing, and then I'm gonna dig a climbing hook into the top of its head.
Okay. So you are successfully on top of this thing. Which, first off, before we get to the conflict, I will remind you got a twist last time. And so as you are looking at where you launched a Krezerin bomb, which causes things to hypermutate at this already mutated creature, you can see growing out of its back this kind of tumorous blob that does seem to have yet another head coming out of it.
I fucked it up.
So you're
guys.
Looking down at this. It doesn't seem fully formed, but there's some teeth and then a mouth that's snapping.
Guys, I fucked it up.
As you're standing on top of this thing.
I fucked it up so
And as you are standing on this, you do successfully get on top of it, but it does kind of get one of its heads that is not on its back, not the one on its back, but one of the ones on it, one of the three on its face, does kind of snap at you, and do 2 boxes worth of damage to you. Wherever you want to take
what type
those.
of damage is that?
That'll be sharp damage.
I am resistant to... Oh, no. I'm resistant to spike, not sharp. Okay.
It would probably be spike, actually. I'm still kind of getting the... Yeah, so it would be spike. It would be spike.
So
Because
then
it is the teeth kind of penetrating you, so you'd only take 1.
Only take 1. Okay. And I'll just take that to my driftwood core.
Okay.
And could you remind the people
so-
how we get that health back? And by the people, I totally don't mean me, because I remember. But, you know, people in chat might need reminding. But I know, because we've talked about it explicitly several times.
During montages, you can do... You can use, specimens, salvage, or I guess you could kind of use whispers if you want, but you can especially use specimens and salvage. Typically specimens to kind of heal up and salvage to repair things, or even just with something like rest. During montages you can clear those boxes.
Okay, cool. Thank you for reminding the people and not me.
Definitely not you. That'd
Definitely
be silly.
not me. Everybody else still has to dodge the thing. That was just me being dramatic.
Yes. So, Umi and Meat, whichever one of you two wants to focus next.
I kind of have an idea that would involve us, like, dodging out of the way at the last minute, but Umi wants to release the emergency vent valve in their suit so that the monster will run through a cloud of hallucinogenic spores. And,
Okay.
of course, like, y'all will be immune to them because you're wearing the suits. You won't inhale them because you're wearing the suits.
Okay. Meat, do you want to dodge out of the way before that happens? If Umi, you're kind of playing chicken with this thing?
Probably for the best.
Okay.
Can I
So then
punch
we'll
it
give
in the
Meat...
tumor as I go by?
Yeah. You can... Yeah.
I don't know. Seems like a sensitive spot, right?
Sure.
You get a fresh growth. Probably hurts to get punched in it.
Yep. But specifically, both getting out of the way and punching it in the tumor, you would definitely have 1 cut, I'll say. Because you're trying to do something specific and and get out of the way at the same time.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I would use Iron Break and Crushing Blows, which would give me 4, cut 1.
Yes.
4 with the cut.
Okay. What did you have to cut?
6.
Tori likes to know.
Still a success. I'll
I
take
do.
it.
Yes, it is still a success. So describe what you do.
Much like a stylish matador, feeling empowered by my graceful climb up that stupid rope, I swish out of the way and give it a nice backhand on the tumor.
Okay.
While kind
So
of
is it-
like, I launch off of your shoulder, I guess.
Yeah, in the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
I
Trailing
love
clouds of
imagining
spores.
Meat suddenly channeling his inner, like, dancer as you, like, twirl out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like football players learning ballet.
Yes, yeah, suddenly showing far more poise than you ever thought was possible in their very large bodies. Okay. So yes, and as you slap the tumor on your way, you do your regular damage.
You said doo-doo.
I'm glaring at you. I hope you can see that
Yeah.
I'm glaring at you.
I see it.
Bates said loving and lurking.
I responded to it.
Well, I was paying attention because I was listening to Tori.
But as you do slap that tumor, the mouth that is growing on that tumor does chomp down on your hand for a moment. So you do also take, we'll say from the small mouth on the back, just one, what type of damage was it? The, spike damage.
Okay. Slap that tumor.
And so Umi, you are now, focuses on you.
So Umi is like, kind of launched off of Meat's shoulder, and they're, so that they're like kind of in line with, but getting out of the way of the Kreza hippo, and like pulls the emergency vent valve on their suit and lets out a cloud of hallucinogenic spores, which also like additionally propels them more out of the way of this
I like to
thing.
think that vent is on your ass.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the little, like there's like a little rip cord or something.
Like a flat pair of long johns.
Yeah. And I'm gonna use instinct and I don't know if I can stretch delve on this. It's explore ruins, bypass locks, traps. I don't know if that counts. But I've got
What else have you got?
I've got instinct for my edge. I've got naturally hallucinogenic for an aspect.
What other skills do you have?
I have cook, harvest, and tend.
Yeah, none of those are particularly.
Tend has communicate with beasts, but I don't think that's. Umi's a mushroom. They don't do the darting and the leaping and the dodging and the dumpling.
That's fair.
They're just a mushroom.
So just 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
2
I won't make you cut
3s.
any because just 2 3s. Okay.
Great.
Okay. So, that is a disaster.
Yeah.
With a twist.
With a twist. Which this thing that I'm looking at does recommend that you. So the twist will be that you do manage to hallucinogenically hit this. If you guys are interested in looking at the reference picture I'm using, it is a snapper pillar. It is on page 240. So you do, it does work. You are able to hit it with the hallucinogenic things. The getting out of the way part doesn't work as well.
Oh my god.
Are you looking at the
That's
picture?
a hippo? That is like a centipede demogorgon. You said hippo.
That's how I described it. No, I said hippo-sized. I described
my
it with
God.
3 alligator mouths and 20
my
little
God.
spiky legs.
That's true, actually.
Holy
In my
shit.
notes,
That is
which I
pretty horrifying.
definitely took. Hang on. Let me, because I wrote down a nice little summary of how Tori described this thing, because I thought it was stupid. 3 crocodile heads, a chitinous body, 20 plus legs, huge, hippo-sized, alternatively van-sized. Not a leviathan.
See?
Mm.
I think I did a pretty good job. Anyway, now
I
you
mean,
can see the picture.
That is vaguely what I had pictured. So, you were successful. It still looks stupid. I want to show everybody, but I don't want to go through. If you want to see it, join our Discord, and I'll stick a screenshot in there. That's incentive.
Okay. But yes, so the getting out of the way part, you hit your vent, Umi, and the spores fly out in front, and the snapper pillar runs directly into them, and then it picks you up in its mouth.
Oh god.
Just right around the middle, just scoops you up and chomps down very hard.
Mushroom snack.
Yes.
No. Oh my god. Okay.
And yes, so you do have this hurts a lot, and it doesn't keep you in its mouth. It does just kind of bowl you over, take a nice big chunk out of you, and then kind of throw you aside. But you get 3, boxes worth of damage, but one of those is going on to your Krezerin exposure track, so you only need to find a place to mark 2. But that snap definitely did take couple pretty big chunks out of your suit.
Well, I also have immunity to poison, so is that
poison?
one? Yes.
Is it to toxin damage?
It's my taste test aspect.
Okay. So that is
Immune to poison.
this is spike damage, not poison damage.
Right. I'm just talking about the Krezerin.
Yes, yeah.
So,
and that is still, yeah, the Krezerin, it won't sicken you if you eat it. It still does acid and like mutations when you get it on your skin. So you definitely have better Krezerin tolerance than the average being. You're not completely immune to all of it.
I forgot how to mark these. So 1 on the Krezerin exposure, and then 2
so you take 2 to
whatever.
any aspects that you feel might work /fit.
Okay.
And so that can be to physical things that like, oh, this got damaged in this attack, or mental things of like, I hit my head and so now I'm a little confused. That kind of damage can apply to a lot of aspects in many different ways.
So, yeah, probably. Well, probably my naturally hallucinogenic, since I've just used all my current spores.
Okay.
And then probably my tempered anchor.
Sure. you can kind of put it on whatever you want.
And it's just a little mark.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
But with this second mark also going on to your kind of suit, there are some pretty big gaping holes in your suit at this point. It is still better than not wearing it at all, but it is by no means airtight anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of feel that starting, not much right now, but starting to feel that, like, eyes watering. You're standing near large pools of very toxic chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will send the focus back to Zaraka.
I'm still on this thing's head.
Yes. It just ran through a large cloud of hallucinogenic spores.
Is its mouth open?
At least one of them is.
Can I reach it?
Yes, you're on its head.
It's a good place for reaching mouths.
That does make sense. So I have one more of these bombs left.
Mm-hmm.
Because this went so well for me the first time. I want to. Hear me out. I want to hook my climbing hook into this thing's, like, snout. Hold its mouth open. And yeet the last one of these things up inside its mouth.
Amazing.
Okay. Iron force holding this thing out together.
Okay.
Concoct, because I'm using my bomb.
Yep.
The bomb itself. And my climbing hooks.
Amazing.
4.
I'm not even going to make you cut one for this. I am going to, however, go ahead and roll just 1d6 for its variable fuse real quick.
Cool. Okay, variable fuse is a 6.
Okay. Now go ahead and roll your attack.
The roll for the attack was a 5 with a twist.
Awesome. Okay. Which I will say, what I didn't realize last time, it does recommend on my quick start guide that for attacks, twists are like a critical hit, basically. So that's awesome. So describe what you do.
So basically, I shimmy into position. I have the climbing hook in my arm, right? It's just kind of hangs out there. So I like deploy it out of the end of my slime arm.
Mm-hmm.
And I catch this thing up under, like, for those of you in the Discord looking at this picture, catch it like up under the top of its mouth. Like caught in the roof of the mouth like you would like a fish, right? I pull it open. And I've got like one foot on the lower part of its mouth holding the lower part down. And I use my other hand to take the last of my bombs and just yeet that bitch down this thing's throat. And then I move my leg and leave the climbing hook in place for a second. And then let its mouth close.
Well, so with your conflict, you may have planned to do that last bit, but I'm going to describe this from, we'll say, Meat's point of view, as you see this incredibly epic, Zaraka stands down, rips this thing open, yeets the bomb in, and then it explodes. And Zaraka is immediately catapulted away and off of this thing, as you are also hit with the force of the bomb. And so just kind of comedically, like, epic shot. You see the flash of light as this thing explodes inside the monster. Silhouette Zoraka's epic and very cool looking pose for a moment before she is flying across the clearing.
I feel like, and this is just, from my perspective, out of the 3 episodes we've had, I feel like I have spent a significant amount of time in both of them flying through the air.
I feel like you have.
I would agree with that.
It's a skill. Nico.
That is a baby, and you cannot judge him. Everyone say hi, Nico.
A baby.
Hi, Nico.
Look at that tail. It's so long.
He's
He's
a
got
long,
long tail.
pointy boy.
Eat him, Cal.
Scuppers is sleeping on my bed in a nest of sweatshirts.
Baby. Meat, do you have any cats? Because I don't have any cats.
I have a hoob.
Oob.
Glorious.
Okay.
Keep snoozing.
But this definitely does massive impact inside this thing. This, like, the head that you tossed it into is half gone. It absolutely, like, blows off the bottom jaw of this thing, of one of the heads of this thing. And definitely, like, the whole creature kind of stumbles to the side as this goes off inside its throat. It is not a happy camper.
Zoraka has maybe found a new love for explosives, and that's what we're writing down for her small milestone this week.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
That's a dangerous discovery.
Holy shit.
I am picturing, in like comic books and stuff, when someone like walks away from an explosion and just like the front half of you is like covered in ash and stuff like that. It's that, but it's flecks of like orange Krezerin.
And monster guts.
And monster guts, yes. Which will, being right next to the Krezerin exposure, other than being knocked on your ass halfway across the clearing, you do also get 1 mark on your Krezerin exposure track for that conflict.
Okay. We should probably get out of here soon.
Yep.
So as you all are, as you get blown across this clearing, you do then kind of, as you sit up, see the other 4 people that are still here. They were a little stunned as this thing, and took a moment to kind of collect themselves as it turned away from them. But they are coming to help. And they do, the 4 of them, one of them seems to have like a kind of harpoon gun type thing. One of them's got this large shotgun. It's just a shotgun. And the other 2 have kind of these blades that are made from serrated metal, and they're very cool looking. They're kind of like patched together, jury-rigged swords. As they come running up, the 2 with the swords kind of jump directly at this this snapper pillar, and the other 2 kind of shoot it from afar. Can someone roll 4 d6s for me and tell me
I can
how
do
many
that.
of them are 4, 5s, or 6s?
Umi's gonna do it.
Okay.
I've got 2. I've got a 4, and I've got 2 or a 4 and a 5.
Awesome. Okay. So we'll say that's Cal. My dog is being loud. I apologize. It's almost his dinner time, and he knows it.
He wants you popsicle.
So the one with the kind of harpoon gun does get a good shot off that sticks out of its like underbelly. He is howling at he little brother. Nico. It is very cute. Nico just meowed back at him. That is a very important update.
Extremely important update. I appreciate it.
kind of sticks under its underbelly, and one of the swords does get a good chunk out of the large tumor that's growing on its back. Kind of beheads the disgusting growth.
That's good.
And before the kind of it swirls around its tail, like smacks a couple of them, and they're kind of thrown off a little bit. But they do help and kind of, do some damage. This thing is now, it seems very, like, panicked almost. This fight went very bad very quickly for this snapper pillar, as it now has an arrow or a harpoon sticking out of its stomach. One of its heads blown up. It is not a happy camper and is looking like a bit like a cornered animal. Rather than an aggressor at this point. So, Meat, I'll give focus to you.
I'm gonna smack that tumor.
Okay.
Smack that tumor.
If there's anything left of it.
They're definitely still, the point where it is a hole in the armor, for sure. The Krezerin did kind of burn through the armor at that point.
Nice.
The mouth part of it is gone, but it's still a kind of gross-looking growth.
Sounds like a good place to slap.
Okay.
You're just gonna, like...
Iron, break, slapping fists. 4.
Perfect.
Iron break slapping fists.
5 with a twist.
Okay. So go ahead and describe what you do.
So the thing's past me at this point, right?
Yes.
So I run up behind it as it is recovering and cowering and just kind of slap it on the ass end of the tumor. Run away.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of run up, and the tumor is, like, on top of it, a little on the side, so I'm picturing kind of jumping up and just, like, Hulk punching this thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Stick my fist in its back hole.
And yeah,
I
your
didn't like
twist
the way
is
you said
also...
that.
Why did you have to phrase it like
Why'd
that?
you-
I
Couldn't
don't
have
love
picked
that.
literally any other way to
Oh,
say that
God.
out loud on purpose.
That's what I did. I fisted its back hole.
I quit saying it.
Stop.
Stop saying it. Just stop. He looks so fucking
So
pleased
yes,
with
your
himself.
twist also gets to be a critical hit, so this will increase impact.
Yeah.
Which does actually that does mean this attack will be the end of this thing.
I fisted it to death.
No.
No.
So if you want to, if you want to describe how you kill this thing.
I think I'm gonna reach in there and pull out one of its fucking spinal cord sections.
Oh God, okay.
Snap.
So yeah, you slam your fist in until you can kind of feel bone and just snatch and yank out in a very dazzling feat of strength, I will say. That you just yank this thing. In doing that, it lets out a glorious spray of guts and blood, all of which is infused with Krezerin. So your conflict is that you also, your suit is being burned through in multiple different places. All 3 of you at this point your suits are very diminished in their capacity to protect you from the very toxic environment that you are currently at. But this massive creature is dead. It very quickly, there's no, like, writhing, nothing. It collapses to the ground as Meat rips its fucking spine out of its body.
God.
Can I keep
And
its
it
spinal
is-
cord section as a specimen?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
I also want to collect specimens.
Yes, we will collect specimens when we get back from break, because my poor pupper is starving to death. And he is letting me know it.
We can also, if we want, we can grab specimens during break so that the masses don't have to live through us deciding what all we get. Or we can do it when we come back.
Yeah. It is up to y'all.
We'll just do it when we come back. I don't give a shit.
Okay. But yes, I just have to feed my pupper.
Yes. Okay,
And
everybody.
give him a popsicle.
We've killed the thing. It's time for our mid-session break. Be back here in 10. Go stretch, walk around, get some water, have a snacko. Pet your
Hydrate.
creatures. That's it. Okay, we're going. Okay, bye. Not bye, but like, you know, bye. Hi, everybody. We're back
With Krezerin Pops.
with Krezerin Pops, aka orange popsicles from Trader Joe's.
One orange popsicle.
It's like a
Trader Joe's, to be
creamsicle.
fair.
It's not orange, it's tangerine.
I'm sorry. Are those really that different?
Yes?
Those
They
are
have
two
distinct
different
tastes.
fruits.
Well, I mean, I know they're two different fruits, but, like, they taste the
You're
same to
two
me.
different-
With distinct
fruits.
flavors.
I am several types of fruit. That's different.
I will brook no citrus disrespect.
I would never disrespect citrus.
Citrusrespect.
No.
Anyway, you all are able to pull from this thing
Stuff.
the spinal cord,
Yes.
so a snapper pillar spinal cord.
Mhm.
You are able to pull Nico, please. Rough chitin off of its back, some of its armor. And you are able to get a whole sack of snapper pillar teeth.
Nice.
A sack of teeth.
Yes. You all also
Bates raid. Hi, Bates.
A Batesy raid.
A Batesy raid. What did we decide that this creature is called? A snapper pillar? Sorry, Bates raid. I am trying to take notes. Hi, welcome. I'll do a bit.
A Crezippo.
Fuck. Sorry to my party, but I'm going to stop and welcome in the raiders because that's what we do here. Hi, Bates raid. Bates, I love you. You're amazing and wonderful. If anybody who raided with Bates is not familiar with what's happening, we are playing Wildsea, which is a tabletop RPG, and I'm gonna put a little thing in there so you guys can see what we're doing without me having to explain it all from the beginning. God bless. So what we're doing, we have Tori up there, which looks like I'm pointing toward God, which I kind of am, I guess.
you
Like,
are a bitch.
Oh. Anyway, there's
Our
bees.
God is an awesome. No.
No, wait. Ah!
What's
Oh my
up?
God! Hi, AJ. Hi. We have a Rose raid and a Bates raid. Y'all were playing
Double raid.
Double raid. Y'all were playing
All the
Baldur's
way
Gate.
across the stream.
Hi. Hello. First time chat from Rose. Welcome in, Rose.
AJ.
We're playing Wildsea. It's a tabletop RPG. We're causing chaos. We just killed. Hang on. It's on my phone now because I took a screenshot of it. So I can show it to people. The thing we just killed because it's fugly. It's my first time here. Happy to be here. We're happy to have you here. We're playing this game and causing lots of trouble for Tori. Thank you for
When
the
do you not
follow.
cause lots of trouble for Tori?
So true. Can we actually see this? Is this a thing we can see? Oh,
A little bit.
God, a little bit. That's the thing we just killed. I'm Del. Anybody who doesn't know me, I am an East Coast based streamer. Variety of things happen here. We have Wildsea on Mondays. We have Thirsty Thursdays, which are soon to become Thetis Thursdays, on Thursday nights. And we do a spooky stream on Sundays. 3 times a week.
Honestly, you can just keep calling it Thirsty Thursdays.
Well, I know, because everybody's going to thirst
'Cause
after all the companions.
We
and
know
dragon
that's how
ales
it's going to
anyway.
be
I
with you
know.
and your wet paper towel boy.
You
so.
shut the fuck up. Anyway, this is an 18 and over stream. If anybody forgot, we're playing this game. That's Tori. Tori is our game master up there. We have bees playing Umi, who has a little A little blurb thing. Omi's a
I
mushroom.
can do it.
I did it.
Fine.
Fine. And then over there, that's my spouse. Over there, that's Chandler. He's playing Meat.
Oh,
Would you like to tell us a little bit about Meat?
sure.
Because meat does
ardent
not have a
Ridgeback
blurb.
Hunter. Large human-esque figure. Deeply religious in a very strange way. About serving greater beings and defeating leviathans, etc., etc. Giant meat sack.
Giant meat sack. Just giant. And then there's me. Hi, I'm playing Zaraka. I'm a slime. She has a little blurb thing too. She has a cat. He's made of slime too, and his name is Snots. And now, Bees will remember that he hasn't said anything about pork chop. As is
Pork
custom.
chop is Umi's Sue Squirrel.
Yes. So,
He assists Umi in the kitchen.
Raiders, we appreciate you. If you like what you see here, or want to see one of the other things I do, hit follow, get alerted, come join our Discord. That's what the things do. AJ and Batesy, if you guys need to raid and run, totally understand. Go do what you gotta do. Post stream things. Thank you, AJ, for the raid. The VOD will be up on YouTube tomorrow at 6:30. But love you. Thank you for the raid. Let's get back to it. Tori's telling us what things we are looting off of the Snapper Pillar Hippo van.
The Crizippo.
The Crizippo van.
If my cat will stop getting in front of my screen.
He's a baby.
So you all, on top of these specimens, get a whisper. You can write it down. Yeah, it can only be used by one of you, but you kind of, whoever wants to have it, can kind of
What's
get it.
the whisper? I already
the
have
whisper-
2 whispers, so
Where did you get 2 whispers?
they're my resources that you pick
Oh, yes. Okay.
in your building.
Yes. So the whisper that you get is found family.
That's so cute.
That is cute.
Oh my god, is this Crizippo's found family gonna come eat us now?
No, you idiot. We just found the twins family.
Oh.
Was it the hippo?
that's- Oh fuck.
That would be bad.
Bees!
We found your dad. I ripped out his
Great
spine.
news! We found your family. Bad news. We had to kill them.
There are 4 people here wearing matching suits to your all's.
Could be the hippo.
But yes, I'm certain the
crocodile,
hippo is the family.
centipede thing. I don't know. Krezerin does all
Anyway.
kinds of shit, man.
Anyway,
Mm.
Tori is so done with our shit. We've been playing for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, and Tori's just like, you fucking people.
Anyway, yes. So as you're all kind of standing there, kind of looting the corpse of this thing, the 4 people do walk up to you. They're kind of looking because you are wearing their property, and so they kind of cautiously approach you. One steps up, and it's hard to distinguish features since they're all wearing these big suits. But one steps up to we'll say you meet, and kind of says, you can kind of hear it through the like tinny, through the barrier of the suit. Who are you all?
Good question.
I love
I don't
that you
know.
made them go talk to Meat as if Meat was even here for the whole.
We're some dudes. We found your kids. I think they're your kids. Either they're your kids or they're the fucking Snapagator's kids. Not really sure. You got kids?
As soon as you say that, you do kind of see them all like tense up, and kind of grip their weapons a bit more
God.
firmly.
I would like to step toward them. Just like
Okay.
like hands up, kind of non-threateningly.
Yes.
Be like, so are there any like sizes or shapes? Are they all just like the same uniform shape because of the hazmat suit?
Two that are a little taller, but they are all adult shaped.
Okay.
If you do remember, they were referred to as older siblings and parents,
Right,
so
right.
they're all adult Ardents.
Right.
Because the boys are 16 or so, and they're the youngest.
Right. Okay.
So there are two that are a bit bigger that seem like they are guys, and two that are slightly smaller and slimmer, but they're not necessarily like easily identifiable.
Okay. Okay. So okay. Your boys, Roko and Zeku, we found them on your ship. And they were very good. They were very like, oh, we're big and tough and strong. And then they were also like, really hungry. So we took them
So
on.
I fed them some steak.
Yes, that happened.
And Umi's kind of like, like wheezing, but trying to like totally ignore it. But I fed them some steak.
Yes, so we fed them, and they were like, our family went up the tree some number of days ago, and they haven't come back. So we took it upon ourselves, and Valen told Meat that he was coming with us, which is why he doesn't know any of this. We took it upon ourselves to gather your your suit things, these things, and come get you and take you back. Don't worry about the kids though; they are in good hands. But also, my suit thing has lots of holes in it, so if we could go literally anywhere else right now, that would be super cool.
They
just,
kind of
like, collapses.
Meat, could you grab that?
Yeah.
And yes, as you look at them, their suits are also quite worse for wear. Honestly, worse for wear than your alls. You can see one of them is kind of leaning on one of the others with a rather alarming hole in the side of their suit that is also kind of blood covered. They also do not look like they're necessarily here for the long haul. They kind of look around each other and it's like, well, thank you. Yeah, you guys showed up at exactly the right time. And thank you for not hurting our sons. Yes, let's get out of here. And the person who's speaking, who does sound like she is female, kind of motions to one of the others, and he runs off and gets these like kind of float devices. That it is clear the bottoms are very corroded on these things. They're like large sheets of wood and metal, but they are able to use them to walk over the puddles of Krezerin. And immediately begin heading back towards the ship. In the same way you all came. They kind of turn around and say, like, yes, if you all want to come with us, we'd love to talk more on the safety of our ship. And where we can start getting some medical attention.
Sounds like a great idea. Let's do that.
You don't feel like chatting while you bleed out?
I think that's a you exclusive, Meat.
Fair enough.
On our way back, I would like to just kind of, if there's any driftwood laying off to the side, because you said there was lots of like stuff poking out and like
Yes,
tree
yeah.
bits and stuff. I wanna gather some driftwood.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. How
Yeah, I
much?
mean, yeah,
Some.
as much as you can carry, so like probably 2 or 3 large pieces. But yeah, you're walking on ground made of wood. It is not very difficult to grab some.
Cool. I need some to repair
Okay.
my arms.
So you all hurry back the way you came, and descend the rope. They seem to have like kind of climbing gear almost that they can like hook onto the rope, so that if they fall, they do not fall off. You all do not, but I'm not going to make you roll for climbing down the rope. It's a lot easier, than climbing up it. And I don't feel like worrying about that roll right now. And you know, especially going down, you're able to use the bark to your advantage. It's not too hard of a descent. So unless there's anything else you all want to do while you are up here.
Do we want to collect some Krezerin vials? No, that was a thing.
We determined that trying to collect Krezerin from this place was likely to result in death.
Something real bad.
Well, so up here you could probably collect some. There are smaller bits that are dribbling down the sides of the like spiky bits. That you would likely be able to safely collect. At least much more safely than if you were trying to pull it from the sides where it had kind of already amassed large amounts. And you would be dangling from the side of a massive stump as you tried to do it.
That's fair.
Well, let's get some dribbly bits then.
Yeah. Is it enough to fill up the vials or just like some small vials for us?
No, it is definitely enough to fill up the large vials.
Yes. Okay. So we get those filled up then. Yeah?
Cool. So yes, you are able to fill the large vials, which, as we talked a little bit last time, would be very difficult in any other location due to the difficulty of finding Krezerin.
I just want to say out
In
loud.
that case, we should probably take some personal samples
I was
too.
going to say, I would like to grab a couple of vials for myself as well.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna fill up a bottle of some variety that I assume I have somewhere on my person.
I have vials.
Umi like wants Zaraka to collect some for them too.
I have a pouch and I just like pull out my pouch of vials and fill them all with.
Okay.
I don't know how many that is, but just some.
We could say like 6 if you want to keep track of it.
If we care.
Meat. You have like a whiskey bottle handle full of. I'm imagining that's what Meat would have on their person. So
some kind of liquor.
Okay.
We were successful at doing a thing.
Yes. And so you do make it back down to the kind of conjoined decks.
There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
Not conjoined, but tied together. As you jump on to the deck, the 2 boys come clomping up the stairs of Ural's ship with the large mass of squirrels shortly behind.
We have a unit of fighting squirrels, squirrel slingers, the hash slinging slasher, the hash slinging slashers on our ship. What, Del? What?
You know what?
But did you hydrate? Oh, I guess that wasn't the hydration one.
That wasn't the hydration
That's the
one.
hydration one.
Was
for me.
it?
No. But we should all do that. I'm gonna give us a hydrate.
Need to hydrate.
And a straunch.
And a straunch.
Mm.
Maybe I'm gonna
Not
rename
a
it to
D-straunch.
straunch. Big straunch. Okay.
I'm back.
Huh. Who needs
Um,
limbs?
You?
Nah.
So yeah, so as the two boys
You couldn't
come
wait
running
10
up, they
seconds
jump
before being
over
an absolute
onto
freak.
the deck of the Dreamer, and there's definitely a very happy reunion in the whole family. They pretty quick, the others and likely also you all, they pretty quickly kind of strip out of their big hazmat suits. Especially the one that seems quite injured. And you do get a better look at them. That is, it's an older woman and man, and then kind of two that seem young adult, right? The older brother and sister. And the sister does have a very large wound in her side, that one of the boys, Zeku, immediately begins kind of tending to. Oh, I have a magic. He's arrived. And the mother, Ozetta, kind of comes up and to you all, now that you've kind of taken off and you can see each other and hear each other a lot better. It's just like, thank you so much for coming to help. We don't have that much we can offer you as thanks, but is there anything in particular that you need?
Actually, yes. And I think you might be able to help us with it. We could really use a chart to hang on. AC warehouse number 3.
Thought it was number 4.
Last week Tori said it was number 3.
I didn't remember.
Bitch.
I wrote down 4.
That's because that's what she
I said 4 at the
this
start
week.
of this week.
Hold on.
But I do believe it was
3. Was definitely 3.
it was 3. I do have that written down from last week. I just said 4 this week because I'm back.
God lies.
God
Sorry.
is a liar.
Sorry.
Slander.
Excuse me while I have a small religious breakdown. God lied to me.
Existential crisis.
Anyway. God has a very adorable kitty on her lap.
As she should, really.
So, yes, she kind of looks at you funnily as you say that. Yeah, I can get that for you. We're not really supposed to give them out to other people, though.
Oh, we need to make a delivery. We lost our chart.
Oh, okay. I just left the Discord call.
Nobody?
Bees just dropped.
We lost Bees.
We lost
Bees.
Bezos.
I don't
There's
know what
Bezos.
happened.
I also forgot to turn our music back on.
Wow.
How dare you?
Mabby. Please continue.
Oh, harder, Daddy.
I hate you so much. That was so loud and it scared me so bad. And I hate that it can't get any of the rest of you. What the fuck? What the fuck? I have tears in my eyes.
It was punishment for forgetting the music. What can I say?
I have the stream muted.
Oh, God.
I know, I also have the stream muted, so I didn't hear it.
I know. I have to have it on. That's where the sound comes from.
Yup. Well, and because you're the reason that you're the one that like we want to hurt with these things. So
That is true.
I feel like you guys should also have
Indeed.
to suffer. I feel like I need to find a way. Sorry for the interruption. Why am I apologizing for the interruption? That wasn't fucking my fault.
I will not apologize for anything.
Bastard. Anyway, please carry on, Tori.
anyway, yes, she will kind of she kind of looks at you, but in this moment is not particularly inclined to deny you anything, and she does kind of disappear down into that captain's quarters, and come back with a chart.
Yes.
Hands it to you and just says, if they asked, please don't tell them that we gave this to you.
Oh, would not. No. You know how they can be.
Thank you. Yes, yeah. And so you do now have the AC warehouse chart, and it does have warehouses 1, 2, and 3 labeled with some general kind of well-known, like, landmarks of the Wildsea to go off of. So you now are able to find these 3 warehouses.
Thank you so much. This will be very helpful in getting our delivery back. We had just, very clumsy. Very, very clumsy.
Can the squirrels, like, come carry Umi, like, back to the ship?
That's true.
You're not actually,
Does this
like,
healing child
injured, right? Like,
know how to fix a
He
mushroom?
bit me in the middle of my body.
I mean, yes, but it does the damage to the aspects, right? So, like, he bit you, but it got, you're okay.
Oh. Okay.
Just a dramatic mushroom.
Yes, I like to imagine just being over dramatic.
I actually kind of love that as a characterization for Umi.
Umi is not over dramatic.
Uh-huh.
Umi has some scrapes on the gut. I'm bleeding out.
I'm
God.
dying. Someone
Well,
save me.
Umi's a
Send
ghost.
for the squirrels
Umi's-
and prepare the gravestones.
Umi's a ghost, essentially. So they're not bleeding, but
Ectoplasm.
There goes Jube.
Yes, the Jupe has arrived home.
It waves.
Derp wife.
I have longed to hear your voice.
I knew it was coming that
Speak to me.
time. You didn't get me that time, bitch. Anyway.
But yes, so the squirrels absolutely come and carry you off, Umi, your little melodramatic mushroom self. They
it's very
do
scary
kind of
for them. They don't really have weapons or fighting expertise.
Umi was not made for combat scenarios.
very true.
Although being a gal, I did have an idea. We can talk about it later, but I did have an idea for the Crizippo teeth and Umi.
Oh
But
no.
Okay. So yes, so the squirrels carry you down to your kind of under kitchen your kitchen lab, where that is a bit of a mess. You did leave 2 teenage boys here to be supervised by a bunch of squirrels, and it looks like a food fight did ensue. But nothing's broken, nothing's like irreparably damaged. It's just a bit of a mess, and they kind of leave you in your little nest,
The Umi nest.
the Umi nest. Meet and Zaraka up on the deck of the Dreamer. The boys are just kind of patching up. The family is speaking, and unless there's anything else that you particularly want want to speak to this family about, you can kind of bring that up, or whatever you wish to do.
Well, I don't feel like we can really ask them questions about the warehouses because we've pretended like we know what they are.
Yeah,
So,
I did that.
I mean, it works.
Yeah, I'm
just-
a lying slime snack. Snack?
Well, we knew
Sack.
A slime snack.
A slime
A
snack.
lying slime
Do
snack.
Who commits mail fraud?
Do I sense romance in the air? A slime snack.
Ew.
Ew.
I don't want to eat slime.
He says to his wife. Ew.
Disgusting.
She's used to it.
That's true.
Disgusting.
That's true. No, I feel like I'm just gonna be like, I could really use a nap, and I feel like you guys could probably also really use a nap. So I'm gonna go that way, and you do you, and please don't try to die again.
What looks like the father kind of looks up at you as he's like, yes, I think we're planning to get very far away from this toxic area, for a little while.
Probably smart.
Thank you again. As you are heading off, one of the twins, does kind of run up to you and just, kind of throws his arms around you in a very surprise, hug. As he's just like, thank you so much. Here. It's not much, but this is what I've got. He does hand you a rather strange, pocket watch.
Okay. Should I put that in? Where do I put that even?
That would be in your, resources.
Yeah, but what kind of
Salvage?
salvage?
A salvage.
Okay.
A strange pocket watch.
Thanks, kid.
Does it come with a white rabbit?
You really didn't need to do that, but I appreciate it. Take care of your family, okay?
He kind of nods and, like, shuffles his feet a little awkwardly and then runs back to his family.
I get snots out of his backpack.
Astrosnot.
Astrosnots.
Okay. So, yes.
Astrosnots.
Zoom.
My dog is causing chaos.
Chaos demon.
Demon, he's a chaos angel.
Fucking okay. Okay.
Hey, buddy. So yes. That does, so yeah, you all are kind of back on your ship. Do you head a little ways away from where the toxic, chemicals are?
I
Now let's
think
just
so.
stay in Toxic Wasteland.
I think we move a little bit away from Toxic Wasteland.
That's probably a good idea.
Yes, yeah, you don't need to immediately, like, head off, but yes, so you all pull kind of a safe distance away where your eyes are no longer watering and your lungs are no longer feeling like, you're inhaling smoke.
That's good.
Is Krezerin like onions?
It's more like sulfuric acid.
Krezerin is like onions.
This could be like onions. And yes.
It's like the stinky water. Like, if you've ever lived in a place that has very sulfurous water,
Oh, like
and it comes out of
Florida?
the hose. Yeah, and you have to leave it in a bucket. Like, I used to work at a barn in high school, and we would, like fill buckets of water for the horses, but we would have to leave them to sit out before the horses would drink it, because it was so stinky and eggy that they didn't like it.
You gotta let the minerals settle out.
Disgusting.
That's pretty gross.
Except way
Ouch.
worse than that because it's just a toxic chemical.
No water.
So it's like onions and natural gas. That
Yes.
smell.
There is no amount of leaving Krezerin in the sun that
Spicy
will make it
eggs.
safe to consume in large quantities.
But
You
we're
don't know
sure
that.
gonna
Spicy
try.
eggs.
Apparently you are.
Here's a question
But
for
yes,
God.
Mhm.
I don't remember what the question was. It was important, but it's gone.
Damn.
It's
Alright.
done.
Oh,
It's
okay.
done for. I'm sorry.
Well, okay then.
Damn.
Listen, I'm tired.
But yes, so you all successfully do have 3 large vials full of Krezerin. You do have the location to where you are supposed to drop it off. You now have 2 days left to make it there.
I thought it was 4 vials.
3.
I think maybe I got the numbers mixed up, and I said 3 vials to warehouse number 4.
It's 3 and 3.
Oh yes,
all
yes, it is
3.
3 and 3.
Everything
I don't know what
is
numbers I said at the
3.
beginning today.
I
But
think you said 4 earlier, but whatever.
either way,
A number. The correct number.
Um,
Whatever that is.
yes, 3 is the correct number. But yes, and you now know where you're going if you are choosing to fulfill this order. But I think I will stop it there for tonight. I am quite tired. And I need to do a bit more planning before we do more. We're getting close to our time, so.
Fair enough.
Sounds good to me. As a reminder for everybody, I guess I'll do my outro stuff. Bees, find us somebody to raid. Because you're good at that.
Who do you want to raid?
Who do we want to raid?
Let's see, who's on?
Thank you everybody for coming, watching this. We're having a lot of fun with it. Well, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I can't speak for these people. I assume they're having fun. They show up. I don't know.
I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I am having a lot of fun.
We appreciate you guys being here. Our lurkers, you guys are awesome, wonderful, amazing. Thank you for the raiders, AJ and Batesy. Love you guys.
Selena's on.
We will not be back here doing things on this channel until next
Harder, Daddy.
next Thursday. Not this Thursday. Next Thursday. We are taking a week off because I have obligations in the real world.
Imagine having obligations.
Right.
How dare.
But if you like this, if you like other things, you want to be alerted when I do go back live in a week and in a little bit, join our Discord. Thank you for everybody for being here. Thank you, Tori, Bees, Chandler. You guys are awesome. We are gonna do raids. Bees, do you have it set up?
I can do it.
I
who
beat you, Bees. Haha. Beat you with the Discord notification.
Mod War.
Selena's on. Painting Pirate is on.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go raid.
Mr. Bonk is on.
I was gonna say we're gonna go raid Bonk because Bonk has 1 viewer.
I just noticed it. Sorry, I just noticed it because I had to scroll down to show me more people, and I saw that he was on. So Bonk is. Let's do the Bonk.
So thank you everybody for being here. We're gonna go raid Mr. Bonk. Take your wonderful asses over there and try.
Harder, Daddy.
Fuck you, Jesus. Bye everybody. I love you. You guys are the worst. You guys are the fucking worst. Night.